Hey everybody, this is Sinner Baby. It's Friday, December 20th. And I just figured I'd give you guys a shout out. It's been a minute since I've been on here. Let's take a look at the world and what's going on in the world. You know, we are all so blind sometimes at the things around us, and that we take things for granted. As human beings, we take a lot for granted. We take our position in the world for granted. We take our friends and family sometimes for granted. Our jobs, you know. We take a lot for granted. Like, you know, that there's always going to be gas stations and grocery stores, or that, you know, certain people are always going to be there next to us. And, you know, we take things for granted, though. You know, like electricity, just all this stuff, you know, we just really don't stop sometimes to, you know, take a look around, stop and smell the roses. And that's my message right now. One of my messages I'd like to get out there right now is that, you know, we need to stop and we need to look around us and we need to see what isn't right. And if there's something wrong, we need to do what we have to do as human beings to make sure that we can take care of this stuff and fix it if we're able, you know? The second that we stop evolving as people, the second that we stop trying to, you know, become better while we're here on this earth, in this life, the second that we stop evolving is the second that we have forgotten the whole point, you know? Love is stronger than hate. I would love to see more love in the world. Because in case anybody hasn't noticed, because I know I sure have, and that's putting it lightly, but I've noticed a lot of hate, a lot of negative, a lot of dark energy. And we need to switch that up. We need some light to be brought. We need some positive traction, you guys. As a species, we need positive traction. Pay attention to some of the stuff going on. Like, you know, back in the 70s, and not to get too twisted on you, but let's just say back in the 70s, we had a warning come across the television. And this is back, you know, in the 70s. It's not like they had all this supersonic power to just interrupt news broadcasts like Anonymous can do now, right? Shit like that. You know, this was, you know, a broadcast interruption, and it was from somebody in the cosmos. Sorry, that's a horn honking in the background. So I'm at a gas station right now. Somebody's alarm was going off. But anyway, so, you know, the broadcast, it interrupts television and it says, you know, look, Earthlings, basically. And it's from a commander in some Starfleet thing or other, you know, is calling from the cosmos. But it was letting us know, look, the nuclear bombs, they're completely ridiculous. You guys have got to stop using them. We're not going to tolerate it. You know, we're not going to tolerate it. You need to stop it because it's putting out harmful stuff into the atmosphere. It's not only hurting your planet, but it's hurting others. And other life is you know, being lost because of it. So, you know, my point is, these people, or these beings, whatever they are, they're right. There's no reason for us to have something like that. Why would we make that in the first place? What kind of sickness is that? You know, we've opened up our lives just by not saying something, you know, like it's like we're condoning things that are not right, you know. And now you guys wonder how come all these missions, everybody's rushing to get to space and this, that, and the other, and all this stuff's exploding, you know, they're launching stuff and it's exploding. It's because it's intentionally being taken out. Okay, and I know there's a lot of rumors about this, that, and the other. You know, there's talk of a fake alien invasion. You on top of it, you got the one world order NATO stuff going on. You've got, you know, everybody seems to be in an uproar. But what I'm telling you is, sometimes a smile will go further than you think it will. I mean, it's one smile to the right person at the right time could change their whole life, you guys. It could change everything about them. You know, I would prefer that we don't look like the imbeciles in the entire universe, but it seems like we do. Matter of fact, my opinion personally is that we are nothing more than a reality TV show for beings that are much much more advanced than we are. And let's face it, as human beings, I mean, I personally every day try to strive to do, and be a better me. But I also come into contact with anybody I do come into contact with. It's a very small percentage of people that will actually bother, to take a look within themselves and say, okay, what's wrong with me? What am I doing wrong here? Am I being an asshole? Why? Why am I being an asshole if I am? That kind of thing. Because the world is lacking in integrity on a major scale. And for those, if you're not sure, the definition of integrity is basically the ability to be honest with oneself. If we can't do that, and we can't even take the time out to be bothered in the first place to look within ourselves and fix what's going on there, how are we supposed to fix anything else in the world? And now, more than ever, we need to be praying and on our knees praying that Jesus, that the Lord will have mercy on us, that he'll save our planet. Y'all, we keep ruining it. We keep blowing it time and time again. This has happened and repeats itself all the time. I hate to say it, even this stuff with CERN, oh wow, yeah, that's a great idea. Let's get some particles and let's just put one at one end of this collider and let's put one at the other end. And we don't know what it's going to do, but let's crash them together really quick at warp speed. You're right. Just to see what it makes. Are you kidding me? Seriously? They're trying to make a black hole. Why they would want to make a black hole is beyond me, because then it would actually literally swallow the earth from the inside out. It would envelop us. That would be it. I have a lot of theories on all the stuff going on. I see things very clearly right now. And I also see that, all this stuff going on with the politics, it's a shit show, guys. It's to keep our eyes off of what's really going on. We need to be kind to our neighbors. We need to do unto others above all else. And we need to start spreading the love and be appreciative of the time that we have been given here on this planet. We need to quit taking that for granted, because I guarantee you, if something happens to one of us, when it does, and it's inevitable, because once we're born, we know we're going to die, we need to make sure that, our loved ones, we're going to be able to see them the next go around. So, we need to be decent. We need to do the right thing, guys. I just cannot even tell you how mind-numbing it is and how disappointing that it is to see how negative people are nowadays. Everybody's throwing their arms up, myself included sometimes, but at least I stop and make myself stop. I'm trying to retrain myself to not do this stuff, because if you're not paying attention to what's going on, trust you me, the universe is talking to us. The Lord is speaking, okay? I'll put it that way. He's definitely speaking to me. And, I'm not trying to quote him, and I'm not trying to be a prophet, so I'm not even going to get into any of that, because I'm not a prophet by any means. But I know that I see things that seems like everybody else isn't seeing. And regardless of why I'm seeing it, or seeing this situation like it is, it doesn't matter, because I can't take it back. I can't make it stop. It's just there. So my advice to everyone, and my plea actually to everyone, is to please, let's not be the dumb kid in class, because there's a lot of more intelligent beings than us, way highly more advanced. And they got their eyes on us guys close. Close. And, we need to realize how insignificant we are. We are basically fleas. Okay, so yeah. Sorry, I had to pause that. Basically, we are fleas, guys. We're the size of fleas. Start looking into some things, you guys. Look into the quantum world, because I'm starting to realize that that's where it's at. As big as we are to something else, there's something else as big as, we're just ants, guys. That's what I'm telling you. Hell, we might even be cells, single cells. This whole world might be nothing more than a splatter of sample on a, slide for a microscope. I shit you not. That's how that's how small we are and how infinite we are to something out there. And it's never ending. So, anyway, point being is everybody needs to pay a little bit more attention. Everybody needs to work a little harder on being better people. And we need to start getting this shit together and in line so we're not the dumb kids in the class, guys. Because these things aren't going to, fix themselves. And again, if we can't even look within ourselves and fix what we got going on with us, how are we ever going to fix anything else? Anyway, just a few thoughts. Y'all have a good holiday. Love your family. Hug your family. Stay safe. Appreciate the little things. And say your prayers because they matter.